sounds amazing.
It sounded great, but it's much more ginger than it is lime, and I'm... Both are difficult. I don't know. I could do a ginger ale pretty easily.
Ginger is a strong taste, though. It can definitely be very strong, so I get that. But,
hello, friends. We're here.
Speaking of festive packs...
We're live!
I said it first.
Well, my friends, back again on another Thursday for Champs Challenge. We're down Peter, who is away, as we know. But we're also down Shadim tonight, so we're just going to power through with the three of us. Brobot being played by Shy.
That's me.
Ura being played by Sheems.
Hello.
And Adito Kumbo played by CJ.
That's me.
A little muted.
So as always, I'm infallible and I can remember everything perfectly that happened last time, thanks to eidetic memory. But I just am curious as what you guys remember. So please regale me.
A lot of indecisiveness from what I remember. I wanted to go here and there and didn't really end up going anywhere.
There was a lot of indecent gear showing. I remember that.
That's true. That's true. But look, we spoke to some people. We went to some places.
Oh, Rexford admitted to being in financial
duress.
Stress? Yeah.
I don't know if he admitted it to us, but he admitted it to his friend.
That's fair.
The shopkeep.
Rim's Pearls.
Yeah, and he dressed down the clerk, one of the Minotaurs, at the shop.
Oh yeah.
Like completely, like he got pretty severe with him, and then got his friend, who was the boss of the clerk, to also, who was like, I wasn't having a good day.
True.
But at the end of that, we also went to go see if we could see Chris Kringla, I believe. But we're stopped by Lazan. He told us to go get our butts to training.
Yeah. I don't want to.
We're being evaluated on this training, though.
Each of us, Proba.
But it's an evaluation on how our cadets do.
I think that was the gist of it. Yeah. Like if they do poorly, it reflects poorly on us. If they do well, it reflects well on us.
So, I guess we'll see where that goes. But I mean, we're down a few people to train.
Yeah, literally. One person, but yet the
you don't
loudest
have a cat
voice
demon.
among us.
Basically, where we left off last time was you guys had just crossed into the Grove's End of the bridge, the ice bridge, and you lost Venu, as Venu was taken by Lazam, one of Ura's older siblings, and taken to basically a healer's clinic, you know, like a place where he'll learn different techniques, perhaps, hopefully.
Led by one old Yag Manny, so I'm sure Aditya Kumbo's kind of jealous.
True.
I don't know if you caught that at the end. I was like, shouldn't the paladin be able to go?
Yeah.
Remember, I wanted a piece.
You're already green. Jealousy suits you well.
Oh, shit.
Here we go.
Foreshadowing.
Amazing.
I felt good about that one. All right, I give up. Robot's done for the day.
Pat yourself on the back.
I can, and I will.
So are we picking up directly or
You were still on the
Is
bridge,
it like
I
the
think?
next day
Oh,
that it's starting?
We can pick up directly.
Okay.
You guys are just leaving. Rexford is still with you. You're walking. You've now essentially entered the grove.
Well, shit.
Where are we going exactly now? Like, are we going to train? Is it too late to start? What time of day is it, anyways?
Well, you were told that they were to show up the next day, or
Oh.
I would say it's now like late afternoon. It's almost evening.
Okay. Unfortunately, Rexford, your itinerary doesn't say much on what we're going to do with the cadets, other than have breakfast with them.
Well, no, I gave my suggestions to the brass, but you know them. They probably have their own ideas. I believe Lazam mentioned the cadets would arrive with our orders, and from there we would know what to do. It seems simple enough.
Alright, I suppose
I'm
it's only-
sure you and Kumbo here can take care of it.
Yes, perhaps that
Big,
would be
strong
better.
lads.
It's
Okay,
true.
so-
Captain, sure you have it well in hand.
Why don't you have some tea about it, yes?
Sure. Actually, yes. Let us all sit down for a few minutes before we part ways.
Should we get to the
Just-
apartment building first?
Get to the villa, or would you like to? I believe there's a park somewhere around here. Would we sit at the park, sir?
Your office will suffice, if that's okay.
Good. Let us make our way. Yeah. Okay. So we can skip ahead. You guys make your way back to the villa. And we can say we have all stepped into Rexford's office. He immediately goes and sits behind on his nice, comfortable chair and leans back and puts his feet up on the desk. What is you'd like to discuss, Kubo? Out with it, man.
I'll stand next to the door as usual. Ura, you have been brought up around this militia specifically. I have as well my own, but you were raised in this environment, right?
Not particularly. I was raised in Old Roan before this militia was, well, a thing. Mission only came to be after the fall of Old Roan, right? So it's only been the past decade or so, but can't say I was a child when that started.
No. But am I mistaken that your family has not always been intertwined with the gods of the old
The
world?
clerical district.
Ah.
I was part of the paladin order when I came of age, but not really god per se.
Well, I believe essentially your parents were members of
Paladin and cleric. Yeah.
Yeah, but that they were basically members of the military force of the district.
Okay, so they were okay.
Ranking members. I believe that's what we had decided. Let me see if I can. Well, that's what
I
we
knew that they were part of the clerical order and the paladin order, but I wasn't sure if the clerical district had a militia of their own.
Every district had their own, and then there were also the linesmen.
Okay, it's only now in New Roan that only the Archmages has the mention. Okay,
exactly. This is just changes that have happened. But back when there was enough people, and there was that kind of need as well, and the districts themselves were separated by not just a little bit of distance, but by walls, and there was need for individual forces and distinction, and then the unifying force was were the linesmen. Now there are just too few linesmen because they were definitely hit the hardest fall.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
So, I mean, technically yes, but it wasn't this militia. It was more just, I guess, the patrolling of the clerical district back in Rome.
Well, you wouldn't. You were still pretty young during the fall of Roan.
Yeah.
You know, like a teenager. I think, or something like that. I would imagine.
Yeah, I had like just joined the Paladin
Yeah,
order when it started to fall.
yeah. And so I would say like your parents were probably like kind of strict and at least orderly, and maybe not strict, but they were like orderly. They're probably similar to how you are, you know, and you're pretty like organized and what it is. But like you wouldn't have known exactly what they did. They were higher up in the echelon. You know, you guys did very well for themselves. They were leaders. Your parents were in both of their respective positions, and so your eldest sibling was like already pretty advanced as well, Vodos. But you were probably just studying and, you know, training with them for the majority of that, and then you just joined as a normal like private but in the paladins, you know, amongst the paladins.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I know a bit of the workings, but don't know if they might have changed now.
No, I want to ask perhaps if you know anything from your own training, from being a younger Ura to now. If there's anything that we can prepare for. I know of myself, of course, from joining after the fall, but where I was raised, I was entrenched in the culture of the militia, we can call it, since a very, very young age. So my own upbringing and knowledge of how things work might be different than yours. When I was trained by this militia was already well respected in a militia of another, so I don't think my expertise will apply as much as yours in this situation.
Calling it expertise is generous.
Right. You are
But,
humble.
I was studying. Don't really know much other than what this militia has gone through, but look, the orders will come with the cadets, and I guess we'll follow whatever they have to say.
I was hoping for some sort of insight. It feels wrong to see the instructions for the first time while you are in front of the cadets. There will
Can
be many
I?
opportunities
Yeah.
to look
Can
like
I?
a
Can I
fool.
like think back and like see if there were any like particular like trainings or forms of training that Vodos was particularly fond of potentially?
And Vodos was, yeah, he likes team building exercises. She likes. She's a big fan of team building exercises. She likes there to be like camaraderie in the ranks. But she does also enjoy competition, and it's not usually. It's usually they're usually practical exams, we should say.
Okay. So I'll convey this to the others and look. From what I know of Vodos, she's big on working together with your troop, and
You remember when you were younger, he would build kind of like elaborate
obstacle
courses for you and your other siblings to run. Your parents.
See like a 4-year-old Ura like getting like sent through like this obstacle course with all his older siblings. Okay. So there might be an element of competition amongst the cadets and the groups, but it's about working together. She liked obstacle courses. She built a few when we were young. But that's all I can really think of right now. I can't quite hear you, Kumbo.
The tea. Sorry, I was taking a sip, trying
Don't
to
you
talk.
dare say a word.
Some silence tea.
Not a matter
It-
of culture.
My apologies, Rexford. It is great tea. Robot, how about you? Were you given any training in your past life?
You've seen my skills. And then Robot will create 2 portals. They used to exceed this distance. Other than that, I have my ability to defend myself, and from what Ora said, we work together fine. I'm not worried, and Rexford and I have that ability to know what is needed in a situation. And I think as a team, we can, communicate that out. And when in doubt, we send them off a cliff. It's easy. Deliver them onto,
Well, not the cadets, Robot. We should not do that to the cadets.
Well, they'll be fine. They won't die. They won't die. It'll just be painful.
It won't be a large cliff. It'll just be a medium cliff.
Baby cliff.
Well, hopefully there's no cliffs involved, but I do fear it, Robot.
Thank you.
Well, Robot is not far from what I was thinking of preparing something ourselves to have them have some sort of training exercise of our thinking off the jump. And while they are doing it, you and I, Ura, can quickly go over our instructions and familiarize ourselves with the rest of the day's events.
Should they do laps in the now usable pool? It has fire otters now.
I will not be going in the pool.
Good idea, gents. There must be a way to evaluate them, see what their strengths and weaknesses are before the test.
Yes, and the winner could be our liaison to the rest. We trust in him to keep the rest of his squad.
Or
her.
Or they.
Very true. Or it, whatever robot you are. I don't know.
Robot. Rexford has the best observational skills I've ever witnessed in an mortal man. So this will go well. I believe in it.
We could even pair up the strongest
training
of them with the weakest. That is a regular exercise that we would do. Yes, I think I like this. We need to add our own flair to this training day. We cannot simply follow instructions. Anyone can do that.
Right. The fire otters have actually been put into the pool, right?
I don't know.
Oh, well, no. We've only just returned, so here's the crystal.
We should probably install that first.
Right, yes. I'll go do that. You continue your discussion. I trust in you. I'll be back in a jiffy.
All right,
Was there anything else to discuss?
Not unless you had any ideas, or you, Brobot?
The swimming was kind of as far as I got, to be honest.
That is fine.
It might cause them hypothermia, though.
What?
Well, they can't really exactly swim in their armor. So they would have to strip down and swim. And in this weather, I don't know if it's the best idea. That's the Yes. I
Well,
don't know.
if that's your concern, I do have the ability to create fire, so we can warm them up very quickly.
I have some firewood in my. Sorry, I'm being modest. I have a lot of firewood in my dwelling. If it will come.
You
Alright.
hate
to any
dwarves.
use. Not anymore. Not anymore. After that, Luton told me what I was putting him through. I can accept a door.
It's very
Poor
big of you.
guy. Well, I mean, he said
He's
he was
no area.
freezing and overheating in a constant, like a cycle that I was putting him through, and he just felt too bad to say anything. Terrible. I don't know how he did not get sick.
He might have.
Oh, don't say. Oh. Well, that is in the past. We should
Right.
trust Rexford to
Just
go
always
out the pool. Yeah.
You never noticed that he
always
was
trust
always
Rexford.
sniffling around you.
constant has a jaw. Tell you later.
We should do our own preparations for tonight. Meet early in the morning tomorrow. Figure out the pool situation. If anything, we can have them run laps on foot.
Personally, when I have to do a delivery, I plan for the trip, but I also plan for backup plans. You know, I need to have plan A through at least E, sometimes F, but I don't like going to F, so I usually just stop at E.
Plan F is for fun.
F is for what?
When you get a plan,
He's cutting out. I'm not hearing him.
I hear fuh.
I hear, yeah.
I said plan F is for fucked.
Oh.
I think you said fuh.
See, I thought I hit F is for fire, F is for friends that do stuff together. U is for you and
Ooh, it's
me.
for you and you and me.
And-
Yeah.
Time at all.
So, but we should probably have some sort of planning happening. Like, you know, if someone goes out of line, I launch them off a cliff. If somebody is about to drown, do I portal them out of the water, out of the pool? Which, be warned, the pool will drain quickly, most likely, if I do that.
That is true.
What can I do? I mean, definitely good to have a lifeguard present.
Yes.
But
I don't
as
think
for
Rexford actually likes water. I don't know if we should have trusted him to fix the pool.
I always trust Rexford.
what could go wrong? He's putting a crystal in the water.
It's Rexford. I don't know.
All right. Well,
I don't think I have any tools of punishment in my kit.
You
All
are
right.
down an arm.
No, not anymore. He has a
Not
sunflower
anymore.
arm.
Yeah, this is. No one's going. That is, you do not beat people with a plant arm. Plants are for healing.
Ah, if only the world was so simple.
You and your double organic self.
Yes, what is this you have against my arm? It is just as organic as a body. I don't see the difference. It's all natural.
Yeah, you're more. It's more. It's not just regular natural. It's double natural.
You're
Double
supernatural.
rainbow.
You're
Everyone
more.
likes-
Supernatural.
Or
It's too much for me. Keep your roots out of my joints and gears.
oh,
Oh. Should I leave you to the room? That sounds like it's getting a bit intimate.
Apparently not. It's alright, Robot. You could not handle me. I need someone more experienced.
Robot is not computing. Rewind. Rewind. I want your organics away from me.
oh my goodness.
Yes, that's what they all say. Well, perhaps the lapse could even be the punishment. We put them through it at first to let them know what's at stake. And each failure is a few laps in the almost frozen pool.
That is torture. Yes.
All right. This was that plan A. Then we need a plan B through E, unless I'm mistaken.
I need it. I just think that it's safe.
Plan A. Pool.
You just pull out a scroll.
Oh, my notebook. Do not pay
Maybe
attention.
plan B can be.
It's very large.
Thank you.
I think. Do we have to make it something serious, or can it be something like a joke?
How
it should be
serious do we have to
serious.
train these people?
Well, because
I have an idea.
Oh.
Is the demon cat around? Can I have the demon cat be near me? Yes. I will gesture to the demon cat and
That is,
what?
have you named it?
No. That has to be a shared thing.
Right
I
now,
think.
human cat.
Right now he's just the demon cat. That robot absolutely adores. I think from what I recall, I have to check the notes really quick, but I think it already had a bell on its collar.
A bell? I believe so, yeah.
The first cadet to get the bell from the cat passes immediately. And then we just give the cat, like, haste. Someone haste the cat.
I unfortunately don't have that ability.
I do not have that either, but someone I'm sure does.
I don't. We'll have to ask Rex when he comes back, but if none of us have it, then that might be an issue.
Perhaps I can cast invisibility on it.
Oh,
That would be quite unfair, but
hilarious.
Well, they would hear the bell.
True.
I have blur. Oh, yes, that's for myself. Damn.
Looking, he does.
I do. It's a level 2 spell.
What you do?
Right
You,
at the bottom.
no,
I don't.
Mirror image? That's also self. Fuck. I could mirror image the cat? That'd be epic.
That would have been something.
That would be cool, actually. Fuck.
All right.
Damn it,
so we have
Venu,
a-
where are you?
We have a plan B.
He's
We can unleash his skeletons.
And have them protect the cat. I think this is it. It's basic.
skeletons. That's like Rexford walks back in and goes, "Oh shit!" And then he around.
Wait, did he let them go?
He never
Then
locked.
you
He hasn't locked
had
them.
locked them up already.
No, they weren't locked up.
I thought Venu had locked them up before we left.
No,
No,
he had. He said we had to do it before night because then they like to kill people at night or
Oh.
something.
They're no longer in control.
Uh-oh.
Right, okay. So if we don't have him in the morning, then we can't control them.
Yeah. If they're not locked up by then, they'll just start killing people and eating them.
Oof.
I mean, that could be the test.
Just
I don't know how powerful his skeletons are without his control. So maybe that might be a bit too risky. Okay.
Perhaps just the invisible cat, then perhaps as a backup plan.
Right, of
Plan
course.
B, cat. Plan A, of course, was pool.
And B is
Say what?
interesting.
Plan C should be cat. I think Plan C is cat.
So we still need a plan B.
Plan B is build. We have to make them build something.
No. Plan B is bees. The old lady
Bees?
upstairs. She's riddled with bees.
So we just open her door and let them come out and chase the cadets.
No, that is more of a tool of torture than it is a test.
It's kind of what I was thinking, yes. A bit more of a torture tool.
Ah, the bees would be plan B for torture. Hold on, I need another column.
And
Wait, what is the name of the person who lives here that we all can't stand?
Huh? Oh, yeah, the
All?
Rexford can't stand?
Bobby,
Of course, Robot thinks everyone can stand.
It's
Robbie
everyone.
Chillers?
yeah, Robbie Chiller.
How could you hate Robbie Chiller?
Anyway, no one can stand this man, so we make the cadets sail with him for like 12 hours.
Just listen to the Luton talk. I don't know if... Would that be training
was a
for
nice
their
guy, actually.
patients? He's a
Yeah.
very nice guy.
Yeah, Rexford thinks that he is a spy for Humphrey, who kind of like, who is like the city manager.
Competing landowner.
No, yeah, well, basically the land.
When has Rexford ever told us anything wrong?
Never, you're right. But it's still nice. He's still a nice guy. That's all I'm saying.
He's a kind spirit. Rexford has evil within him.
I think we all do.
Sorry.
A little bit.
I still think B should be for building.
What would you have them
Would you
build?
have them build?
They can build an airship. I don't know. Something.
No, something that has to do with our training. Something that can come in handy.
Should have them just to build a trench.
That is not a bad idea.
But I just don't know how many trenches we'll actually be using. It's not really that kind of fighting.
You never know.
I mean, I
Build
suppose not.
Trench. Would there be an area around in the vicinity that's like prime trench building?
I think there's just like empty land like after the pool.
Well, empty land.
It's like forest, no?
Yeah, but it's forest, but it's like residential forest.
Oh, okay.
Like you're in city streets. You're not in like there's a lot of people that live in this forest.
Okay, I thought we were like at the edge of. Okay.
You guys aren't necessarily at the edge of the grove.
Tranquil grove. Okay.
You're kind of in. You're not in the center. You're not in the heart, but you're in Tranquil Grove. That being said, there are parks around. I don't know what other people would think. There's like public spaces, you know.
Well, around
there
the
is, like,
pool,
There is like you probably do have some like area, some like yard area that you could dig up.
yeah, the
but
villa
it's
must
shared.
have some kind of land area.
It's shared. It's the shared space, you know.
The common ground of the villa.
Yeah, exactly.
We will ask Riskford perhaps then what he thinks if we can.
If we're following this itinerary scheme, does that mean pool is plan P?
Oh goodness. Aquatic. There we go.
Okay, all right.
I'll cross it out. You're right.
Aquatic aerobics.
Aquarobics. That's what we're doing. That's the test. Can you do aquarobics in the cold?
It's a test of stamina and endurance. The same thing, I know, but still.
And willpower.
Pure determination and grit.
All right. We have 3 plans. I think that's good. Well, wait, Rexford came back already. I think that means the pool he has done what needs to be done.
Hopefully.
You want to check it out now?
We can, to see if it's fit for the aquarobics.
To the pool.
Need aquarobics.
Sorry?
Who's going to lead these aqua aerobics?
Rexford, of course. He's the most graceful.
With your help, I hope.
I have things to do in my closet.
You don't necessarily need to be in the water. You can be outside of the water and showing them the full position rather than just the top half of the position that Rexford will be.
And it's
Well, you know, if he's in the pool, they'll only see the top half of him while he's doing the movements. But if there is a model on the ground,
Just because I'm a robot does not make me a model, okay? How dare.
I mean, it was just a suggestion.
Is there no greater job for you, Probot, than to assist Rexford in his own job? I couldn't think of
I think
a better
Rexford
position.
agreed to this.
Rexford always agrees. When has Rexford not agreed?
Robot is gonna, like... It's like the shiftiest eyes right now. He's so confused. He doesn't know what to do. He does not want to be near the
trapped
pool.
him in a mental. Well, look, let's at least go see if the pool is usable. That might give us an answer, anyways.
Yes. Curious of how these otters work.
We'll head outside.
Let's go.
So you head outside of Rexford's office, but the door is locked. No, I'm joking. You walk out.
Rexford, let us out!
You, it's an escape room episode. You exit the community hall, and where you guys usually eat your continental breakfast, and you go outside, and you see the sheet of ice where that remains, the portions of ice that remain over the pool. There's like 3 kind of like glowing forms under the water and under the ice that are kind of like moving quickly.
All right. Can I test the ice to see if it's still thick or if it's like melting?
Sure.
It's weakened. So just like gingerly put a foot on and like try and press down to see.
You can still walk right now.
Okay. It's still thick enough to walk on. You might need to quicken it up a bit. Not sure how quick these otters might work. Still have a few hours for sure, overnight, but it is some thick ice.
Well, if they came from brims, I am tempted to believe that they will work. Let's just give it the night.
All right. So pool works. Looking around, are there any skeletons out and about?
They don't seem to be.
Maybe we should check on Rexford to make sure he's managed to get all the skeletons.
Yes. Good thinking. Probot, could you perhaps quicken this up?
I will green portal to Rexford. I'm sure he's like very close by, but
Yeah.
Down the staircase.
Green portal to Rexford. And as you come out, you are on the landing outside of Aditya Kumbo's.
Excuse me.
Did he put all the skeletons in your place?
All the skeletons are there with him, and he's watching them as they build a door. Yes, quickly now, take the wood, build the door. Gather the screws. Go on now.
Oh, he's using your firewood.
That's not a great idea, Rexford. I thought you ordered a door.
Yes, but in the meantime, so Humphrey doesn't come along, and that rat's already probably told him that you removed it.
When will you two get along? I swear. Where does this come from?
He's a spy, a sleuth.
The cadets should be watching him. I told them, Rexford. I said that we should have the cadets watching him.
A grand idea. Set them on his. See what they can discover.
You're not wasting their time on your frivolous... I don't even know what this is. It's blasphemous.
A rivalry.
With the nicest lieutenant I've ever met. I swear, Rexford.
With Humphrey, not with Robbie.
I suppose.
They're one and the same, if you ask me.
That might be racist.
I just mean he is an extension of Humphrey's very will.
Oh, sure.
Right, okay. Look, we'll put Robbie
I
as
inspect the
plan
door.
R.
The door?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's being put together. It's pretty hastily done.
Can I see through the door?
You can't see through the door.
Okay, so there's no like gaps in the wood.
No. Until they finish. And Rexford says, and now for the finishing touch. And he pulls out this can and a brush. Ha! I am the artiste. And he starts slathering this paint on the door. And it becomes basically transparent as he does it.
Was it already installed onto the hinges?
It was.
Okay, because that might be hard to install to the hinges once it's completely transparent.
They built it onto the hinges somehow, these skeletons.
Ingenious.
Incredible.
This is astounding. This is a
Best
robot's
of
clapping.
both worlds.
Just
An
you don't
invisible
have
door.
the
Daddy
door.
bot on it.
Are you happy now?
Have you seen strokes of such grace?
No, I am not happy. How am I supposed to know if it's there or not, or closed or open? I'm going to run into
I
the door
don't know.
often.
Do you want it on both sides or not?
I don't actually know. I don't
Would
think
it
I want
work
it on either
on
side.
both sides?
Well, you're getting it on the outside. It's done. They can see in now. Just like before.
You
That's
can't see
worse.
out.
Okay, put it on the inside then, but leave a smudge untouched.
How tall are you? Shall I leave it at groin height?
Yes.
They can already see in. Doesn't matter.
We
Yes,
can
but I
paint
will
over.
be able to know if it is open or closed.
We can paint
I see the
over
crotch.
the invisible paint, of course.
Ah, of course. Rexford, yes. Very wise. Go about your painting. Damn it.
And he does. He opens the door and he paints the inside of the door so that you can see through it as well. Now only the door jamb, like on the if you swing the door ajar, like you could kind of see like where the door jamb is there. But that's the only part that he didn't put paint.
So the knob itself is also transparent.
Yes.
Good luck opening the door.
The knob is just like a
The
little.
ability to touch.
Just like where to go?
Yeah, you have to touch it.
Just gonna end up leaving it open.
Well, paint over the knob.
Yes, please paint over the note. That would be perfect. You could have not. Anyways, how did you get a? You know what? No, thank you, Rexford. Your work is superb.
I don't
And
know.
you said there was another door coming. Then this was just before it came.
Yes, of course. That's why. Of course, yes.
So on that door, you will leave the knob unpainted.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course. So cool.
Don't worry, old man.
Oh, Rixford. When you are done bringing these skeletons back, actually, we can go with you. We wanted to ask if you could be the aerobics instructor for tomorrow.
Well,
I know he didn't agree.
you know I'd love to, of course, but I'm not the aerobics man, really.
But you're the most graceful of all of us.
Well,
That is true.
yes, but I don't know if I can. It's been so long since I've. And my suit, well, I suppose we'll see.
In reality, you will just need to be there to make sure no one drowns, and instruct them on how to take the laps and split them up into groups. It won't be much work for you.
And when
So
will
you
you
should
be?
accept. Me and Ura will be going over the instructions and making a plan of our own for the rest of the day. And we'll be watching to make sure the cream rises to the top, you know.
Well, fair is fair. Have you seen the little fire otters?
Yes, they're working quite rigorously.
Toss them in, the cute things. Ha! Adorable.
They're
Did not
working
see
on
them
the
yet.
ice.
Yes.
Good. Well, we should all probably get some rest. Big day and all.
Right, don't miss continental breakfast tomorrow.
No, sir.
What time do we normally meet up? Whatever time, I'll say an hour before, maybe. We should meet
I
today.
think continental breakfast is like 6 or something.
The breakfast is at 6?
Wasn't it like 6? Like it was like a half hour, like 6:30, and no one was up.
Yeah, probably.
Like it was like a ridiculously early time that no one would be up for.
Yeah. 6:30 continental breakfast.
But we shall meet at 5:30. I will be there at 5. Make sure everything is in order. Yet, perhaps we could have an early meal before the rest of them.
All right, Captain.
Sounds good. Then I bid you farewell.
We're on the inside.
Try to let them out.
No, we went with him to put the skeletons back. No.
Oh yeah. Of course you did.
Of course.
Robot is going to go into power saving mode at the food hall, wherever they eat breakfast. He's just going to power down there.
He'll be there before all of us.
How smart.
All right.
Genius.
Yeah, we'll go get a little shut eye.
Everybody's gonna have a rest. Okay, so you can all benefit from taking a long rest. Should you need to?
Nice. Oh,
Somebody is here, I believe.
I like it.
Yeah. So you guys get your night's rest. Once you guys are in private, is there anything you guys want to do, or did anybody decide on? I don't know who has Venue's rings. The rings there that he gave. I don't know if anybody made those decisions and want to attune to any items that they might have procured.
I was going to do the armor, but I did not add it.
Go
But
for
I
it.
was going to take it.
I believe you can.
Absolutely.
But the rings, I don't know.
Are you taking the armor and the gauntlets and the boots and the
The whole
helm?
set. Yeah. Unless you want any of the pieces. From what I understood, no one wanted any of the pieces, and it gets full set bonuses. So
Nah, go ahead. As captain, I will not choose first or second or third. I'll take the scraps.
no, like genuinely, if you want anything, say so, because Robot's gonna integrate it into his system. So
Go ahead, my friend. It's all
I just
you.
Kirby that shit into my body.
Is the silver ring gone?
I think,
Peter-
yeah, Venue took that silver ring.
Yeah. So he gave back the red, the orange, and the blue, I believe.
Yeah.
Adds up.
Oh, the blue ring allows you to cast haste, so you can cast haste on the cat.
Yes.
He can already cast haste.
Wait, who?
I thought you can cast haste.
No,
No,
it's not a
I.
second level spell.
Oh, right.
Robot, would you want to cast haste?
The blue ring.
Yeah, because there's 3 rings left, and there's 3 of us left. I don't know if all of us even want rings.
I
Took
might
armor. Like I feel.
take the orange ring. Beneficial.
There you go.
Orange ring of power. Yeah, I'm not too inclined to grab it yet. So, if someone wants 2 or 3 rings, not that we know that has a benefit or anything. I'm just saying.
Cough, cough.
If anybody is feeling a little frisky, feel
Robot
free.
can hang on to the rings.
Sure.
I think that's a good idea.
Just
for
hang
now.
them and use them while you're hanging on to them. Doesn't hurt.
Attuned to everything.
Well, I don't think Robot has any attunements right now.
Yeah, no,
No,
Robot
because
doesn't
the
have
armor isn't attuned, so yeah, nothing.
No, the Curse is an attunement, but everything else isn't. Sorry, did you hear that?
Yeah,
Okay.
the curse is an attunement, but nothing else is.
Yeah, exactly. So the armor itself, what gives you the armor bonus, is an attunement, and everything else is just like extra that reads all about it.
Gotcha.
And the rings. So technically, Robot, you could also attune to 2 of the rings of power.
Poor Robot is just gonna attune to everything overnight. You're gonna see a super upgrade in the morning, and it's just gonna be like Transformers.
I mean, why not? If you got the equipment.
Got the goods. Yeah, okay, so we'll say Robot has 2 of the rings in the armor. And then Ura has the ring of power.
Red and blue.
The orange ring of power.
Yes, sir. Alright, cool.
Honk shoe it is.
Honk shoe.
Yeah, I'll don the ring and go to...
I will say that. Can you all roll me a
Wisdom saving throw?
Yes, exactly right.
To see green again?
No.
All of us?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Are we back in the fucking tubes?
That one.
Nat 3.
I got a 4.
So
Oh, no.
nat 1 to an 8, but yeah.
In that case, only Aditya Kumbo. You feel a spiritual presence at some point in the evening. And that's all I'll say.
Like I'm almost certain of.
You're certain, like it's like, I mean, I feel like culturally spirits are like a huge part of the Ashlands, right? and like souls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like only you and Venu would really be like attuned enough to this. But yeah, you're like convinced that there's some afterlife visited you at some point in the night. Not necessarily with malice, or not necessarily with without. You couldn't get any sense of intent, but you felt something, a presence.
Oh my. I'll do a quick scan of divine sense. If it's like an evil spirit that left a residue somewhere,
Sure.
Maybe I'll clue into it.
Sure. I mean,
Or an
I'll allow you
angel?
to do a divine sense. We can say like during the night, like you did it, like as you felt the presence.
Okay.
And you feel not like a celestial presence, but a supreme goodness.
CJ thinks he knows what it is.
Player knowledge and character knowledge.
Okay. Very interesting. Supreme goodness.
But
I
you
take that as a good sign.
Yeah.
A good omen.
So all of you pass through the night. Brobot, the demon cat, as you have so called it, curls up at your feet as you guys sleep. And yeah, it is a new dawn, or before dawn, actually. Pre-dawn. The sun has not crept up yet when you guys are waking, if you're meeting at 5.
That is what the captain asked.
Hey, we went to bed pretty early. Well, we parted
Did we?
ways early evening, I
Did
think.
we?
So if you went to bed right away, then you're fine.
People have to clean the house. People have to cook for themselves. People have cats to take care of.
Exactly.
Come on. Nobody goes to bed right away.
Cats take care of
Akobo
themselves.
closed the door, immediately laid down and fell asleep.
Yeah.
The best part
You don't
about
have
it
to
is that we
get
watched
ready
him
if
do
you
it
stay
too.
ready. Okay.
Always ready to sleep.
Always ready for bed. I think I have to brush these freaking gnashing ghoul teeth.
They're still pristine. They're just pointy.
Oh yeah, it's true there. I'll try to be the first one there. I can't
That's not
guarantee it,
possible.
but
It's true, yeah.
it's true.
Brobot's already there. Okay, question: Is Brobot does Brobot stand while
Yeah, he stands
they
in the corner.
shut down, or okay, they don't like take a seat or like lie down or anything. It's just like standing, stop still.
No, it's how do I'm quite literally just imagining him like he just posts up in a corner, strikes a very neutral pose,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, no, he's not posing for the camera. He's just
You're not a model.
Still. Maybe you keep your arms kind of crossed, and then the cat kind of like lies like
Oh,
there you go, yeah.
a little thing there that you make, and yeah, you fall asleep like that. Just power down. So basically, like as Kumbo walks in and opens the lights to the hall.
I'll be the first. Oh shit.
Oh well, who is first? Roll me. If you're both
Brobot's first.
well, yeah, but of Kumbo and Ura, maybe you guys kind of arrive at the same time. We could
Let's
say.
roll for it.
Okay,
yeah,
roll.
we can roll. We can roll.
What is it? Is it initiative or?
Well, yeah, we'll say initiative. Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, okay,
+1.
I don't know. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Just the lighter sleeper.
14.
21.
No.
Damn.
Oh.
Look, it's okay. I got that one last time. So
But you also have to be
redemption. Rexford.
Rexford Lipton.
Ooh.
He's attempting this?
That's a natural 20.
Oh!
Let's go!
Oh, Rexford's popping off.
Rexford, you guys both like I'm gonna say
Yeah, we think we can get there first. We're all like,
yeah. Ura's there, and like you're just coming out of your building, but you could see Ura walking in Kumbo. So like you're like, oh crap, and you like hustle over, and you're like, Ura, hold the door, you know?
Yeah.
And you're like pissed, but as
waiting
both
there
of
for
walk
you.
like Robot's kind of like I guess in the corner, or maybe like you have already woken up Brobot to the sound of Rexford starting to cook in the kitchen. So maybe you're just like getting food for the kitten. So you guys will walk in and see that and hear Rexford in the kitchen singing along to some music.
Splendidly. Splendiferously, even.
Ah!
Wow. Good morning, everyone. Bright and early.
Well, Rexford's always up this early cooking breakfast.
My goodness. Ura, would you mind helping me clean? I'm sure you are well skilled.
Your place or the table?
No, this whatever hall maybe we would call it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, of course.
Typical military cleanliness
Like the
routine.
dining hall, you know. The communal.
Scrub the seats, scrub the table, scrub the floors.
Yeah, sure. Word just goes around casting prestidigitation.
Ura, come on!
I'm practicing my magic.
That's fair,
Fine. I take out a rag and I start helping you.
You see, I'm just actually casting prestidigitation.
Under the rag. You cheat.
Yes, but you have to make it look like you're working.
Who? There's just us here.
You never know who's watching. I felt quite a spirit pass through my abode last night.
Cannot anyone pass through your abode with a transparent door?
Yes, but this was something of the afterlife. I never felt that here before.
Don't know if I'd want that to be watching me. That's a bit spooky.
It could be. It felt comforting.
Alright, Brobot, did you feel anything of the like?
No, I spent my power saving mode thinking of a name for this feline.
Is
And
that the
any
name that you
contenders?
thought of?
No, the name is not feline.
Oh.
My options
Would be
are...
appropriate.
Do we know if the cat is a male or female? Does it matter? I don't think it matters. No. Never mind. Disregard.
Okay.
I have Grimhild, Beelzebub, also known as BB.
Pretty good.
I'm literally Googling it right now.
Did you Google demon cat names?
I really don't like that. That's exactly what's written in my Google.
Very, very to the point.
Very, very much to the point. And this is totally not it, but like some of these are hilarious. It's like, no, who's gonna name their cat Talia Al Ghul? That's a full ass name.
Listen,
We're not here for Batman.
A winged, six-legged cat with a mouth that splits open and tongue of knives, you name it Talia Al Ghul. I don't know what to tell you.
You can always shorten it afterwards. But to be fair, there was a BB in the Ashlands campaign.
That's what I was thinking.
That's true.
That's fine. Seraphine. Oh, boom. No, I don't like
Seraphine's
that.
pretty cool.
I don't know. A name got a boom. That sounds like something.
Well, Seraphina, a half dragon of the fantasy novel. Cruella.
DeVille. Just call her DeVille.
Yeah. Robot, I've thought long and hard, and I've come up with DeVille.
There you go.
It's spelled DEVIL.
There's an asterisk on the E, and an umlaut on the L.
Well,
Just to make it fancy.
there you go.
Well, is there one that feels more like the kitten to you?
I actually kind of do like Seraphine, so I'm gonna name it Seraphine.
A fine name.
Okay. And yes, that is what I've done. So I did not feel any whatever it is that Kumbo felt throughout the night.
All right,
No
Kumbo.
spirits.
I guess tell us if you feel it again.
Oh, I shall. It was quite. It made me think that today might go well. It is usually a good sign if you are visited by a spirit of good. So,
I shall
Bodes
take your
well.
word for it.
nervous. What shall we
This is the first time we've ever trained cadets.
Yep.
Oh shit! All right. Yes, I don't blame you. First time's always nerve-wracking.
How would you like to proceed? Or I will ask you instead of trying to tell you how I feel. Because you have been the subject of a lot of criticism, even though you are not the captain. So if you would like to take a more hands-on role today to prove yourself, I would not mind, but I don't want to be unfair to you.
Well, I was thinking kind of the opposite. I don't want to, in a sense, take over your role when it is not my place. There is a pecking order that was established by the commander that puts you as captain. I shouldn't overstep my bounds.
Very well. I shall also have a word with Lazam about just that. If he has something to say to you in that regard, he should come to me. There is a pecking order, after all. If I am in charge of this group, he should not come in and disregard me to yell at one of the people in my squad. It is not how we do things. Not anymore.
Well, he is head of all groups. So maybe he can? I don't know. Seems to be the higher you are, the more people you can yell at, really.
Rashford must be of
Seems
the
like-
highest order.
That is a good one.
High five.
With my with my left hand.
The flower
you.
hand.
How dare you? Oh shit! I accidentally rolled. I promise you. I'm just trying to update my stats.
Mm,
That's okay.
mhm.
I don't know how to do this, so this is very confusing. Fine,
Oh.
I'm figuring it out.
Help you afterwards if you want, but it's not that hard. I believe you just got to go to like your manage it, and you can when you go to your abilities, you
You
can
can override, yeah.
But yeah. So high five.
Fine.
Don't use your right hand if it's your left hand.
Oh shit. You're right. I can't though. Every time I use my left hand, I do this. And then it goes. So yeah, I think we'll just make sure everything's clean, help with the food, like make sure this place looks spotless, the food is ready, all that good stuff.
Yeah. You're trying to help with the food.
Oh, we should go check the pool.
Get out of
as
here!
well.
No, don't screw with my eggs.
He's got a process, Kumbo.
Take a
You've got to
coffee
let him.
or this tea.
Okay, all right. Yes, make sure there's much tea.
We should check if the
that
pool
I
is
have to tell you.
actually defrosted.
Okay.
Go take a quick peek at the pool to see if all the ice has been melted.
All of you, or just one of you?
I mean, at least I'll go.
I'll let him go. Oh, I'll let him go alone.
Or when you get out, you see that the pool is melted, and jumping out of the pool with kind of like traces of like flame just kind of licking off them are these bright orange little otter creatures, and they're jumping through the pool, and the pool like bubbles and sizzles as they dive in and kind of twirl about, and you can see them. They're glowing as they go under the pool, and then they jump back out, and they kind of do a little spin.
But it's boiling now?
Sorry?
It's boiling now?
It's when it's next to them, it is boiling, but the rest of it is.
Oh, dear.
There is steam that's coming off of it, but it's not boiling. But like when they enter the water, like there's like a trail of bubbles basically that follows them.
Maybe there's a colder setting to them.
Well, they just kind of like at some certain points they get out and they like kind of like crawl onto the shore, onto a rock or something like that.
Okay.
And but they're just always hanging out near the pool and jumping in and jumping out, you know.
All right. Okay. Maybe we can ask them to take a break once the cadets come here for the swimming. All right.
But as you get kind of closer to the pool, you notice that there are 4 people kind of just like lounging about as the sun is cresting.
Well, I guess I'll go up because if they're not part of the villa,
they're watching the otters at play, basically.
Mm-hmm. So as I come up to them, do they happen to have militia uniforms?
They don't have any uniforms.
Okay. But do I recognize them from the villa?
You don't recognize them from the villa. They're all carrying bags.
Okay. I'll go up. Like, good morning.
Morning. They all respond, and you notice that there is one younger girl. She's about like 5 foot. She has like bright blue skin and kind of like these like large like webbed ears. There's another kind of like shorter looking kind of like wolf person, like canine individual. There's a surprisingly kind of like human, no mutation looking middle-aged man, and there is like kind of like a younger woman who is gonna kind of like but she's kind of got scaled skin as well, but it's like green, a little bit darker green. She has like also fangs, but like, you know, a shapely figure, we'll say. And she will respond to you and say, are you're with the militia?
Yes, I am. Is there something you need?
Well, we're the new cadets. We're supposed to sign up for our first service. You know, this next season. So we're here to
sign up.
We're ordered to come here. We've already signed up. We have our uniform. These little bags.
Okay. Someone must have sent you. Lazan must have sent you with some orders, I believe.
Oh, yes, of course, Albert. And the older kind of guy will ruffles around, pulls like a beige envelope, you know, and hands it to you.
All right, take it. Excellent. Come, join us for some
Manila.
breakfast. Thank you. come join us for some breakfast, and we'll get into the training afterwards.
Oh, lovely. Come on, let's go, gents.
So I'll lead them to the food hall and kind of open the door and be like, "So, new cadets," and like try and say it like loud enough so that like everyone hears. This is the food hall of Villa Lipton, where we will be eating, and I'd like to introduce you to the troop that I belong to, the captain, Adityo Kumbo, the vice captain in the kitchen, Rexford, and of course Brobot, private, I believe. You can take your seats. So.
They all kind of like just sit down in like the closest spaces. The younger looking girl and the wolf boy kind of like go and sit off by themselves, like individually, but the one who was called Albert and the older-ish lady is gonna kind of like sit in the closest spots available to where they're standing. So they just go and kind of like immediately sit down.
Correct. Rexford, how's it coming along?
Almost done out in here, old chap. Not to worry.
All right.
Even 6 yet.
We've got some very eager trainees, it seems. Very punctual.
All right, all right. I have some plates ready. Brobot, come on.
Robot will do whatever it is that Rexford needs. Actually, you know what? Rewind. Robot is going to pass out plates by. We're gonna imagine a very old cartoon right now that I don't know the name of because it's just in my brain. It's probably like some Tom and Jerry shit. Robot's gonna grab a stack of plates and he's gonna roll them across his chest and shoot them onto the table, and they're all gonna go exactly where they need to be.
Like kind of like grab them from one end and then swing, and then they roll on the arms and like on the other arm.
Yeah.
Fires basically.
Like literally dispensing them via his body.
Twink, 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 and they all just kind of like land in their own place. Give me like an acrobatics, let's say.
I swear
Love
to
that.
God,
Oh, I was so close to that 20! Fuck that! Okay, sorry. It literally sat there. I got a 7. I got so excited.
Oh.
I'm trying to learn how to add spells because I can't find haste on this fucking thing.
You start to do that. We'll just look it up, and you can just look it up for now. But like, you start to do that, and they basically hit the table, but they're hitting hard. So you're launching them, but they're like, they start to shatter when they come in contact with the table.
We're fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Rexford's like, what is that? What's going on in there?
Robot will stop after 2 shatter, and then he'll start portaling mini portals onto the table and throw the plate through, and then it'll land on the setting. So
yeah, you could do that for sure.
Thanks.
You could just like create a portal like on the table, and you're like in the middle of the table basically, and on the ground, and you keep like handing them kind of like you just place them in your spot. Like you reach them through in the ground, and then your arm comes up on the table and just like places it where it needs.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And then you do that with each table.
You're welcome. This is me
we'll
in
go
power
around.
saving mode, trying to figure out how to add a fucking spell. Go, Robot, go.
The werewolf,
quickly
the little wolf boy, kind of like when your hand like just comes out at his place. He's like, oh, what the fuck?
It takes a little bit of getting used to. But Aura's going to go around collecting all the shattered pieces of plate and dumping it out. Sorry about that. A little bit of a showman, Robot, but usually goes much better than that.
Albert and the lady kind of like have their heads together. They look like they're discussing.
Fantastic. Great start. All right. Captain, this is the folder that Lazam sent with him.
Does it feel like super hefty?
It's like
Okay,
one
thank God.
sheet.
Thank you, Ura. We will eat first, of course.
Right.
Are
I
we
was gonna say maybe we should
serving?
bring them all together.
Like, how were you throwing empty plates and then
Yeah.
we're gonna come around and like
Initially,
dump?
they were empty. Yeah, so they need to be served.
I would like to serve as many as I can and like check them out as I'm there.
There are
Who's
only 4 of them. So.
slouched at the desk with their
So
elbows
basically-
on, you know.
Rexford is placing the dishes to be served on the main counter of the kitchen, the front counter. So there is a type of bacon. There's like scrambled eggs of a sort. There is toast. There is tea, and there is like a fruit salad.
Yummy, yummy.
Ooh. So actually, I'll go up to like the first table and I'll be like, okay, you, however many there are, please go up and take a breakfast.
So, like I said, there's nobody else in here other than you guys, except for the lady and the man who was called Albert, the wolf boy, who is at his own table, and the water mutation looking girl, who is at her.
Oh. I thought those were like the only ones that mattered, and then there was a bunch of stragglers. Oh.
Oh, you think there's no, there's not.
Yeah, like a whole platoon. That's
No.
what I meant. Oh, okay,
No,
thank
just
God.
these 4.
Oh. Okay, I see. Okay, well, still, well, I'll ask each person to go up and grab their food and kind of like just watch them. And we'll also see how they all react to being told to go and get their food. Because I don't know who's really in charge, if there is anybody. I have assumptions, but
So the man named Albert kind of just like looks at you, nods, and he gets up and he kind of like waits for the lady to go. And she'll also like she'll look at you and smile. The lizard lady, she'll like, thank you, and then like they'll go and get their food. The wolf boy kind of like doesn't even look at you, kind of like pushes off the desk and just goes and walks up. And the water mutation girl kind of like smiles at you sheepishly, doesn't really say anything, and kind of like shyly goes and gets her food.
And if you wouldn't mind coming and sitting at the main table, we're all together. Some instructions are in order.
Right, everyone, come on, says the lady.
okay.
And they all grab their food. And they go and sit over where I guess you're sitting, Laura?
Yeah, well, there's like, I'm assuming like one, like there's like all tables around and everything, and there's one by like the main table where the food was. So to make it easy, I just kind of like sit at that table, one that's large enough for all 8 of us.
I'm imagining lots of like circular tables, and they're like serving basically on the bar, which is in front of the kitchen.
Okay, is there any place that would be able to seat 8?
Yeah, any of these circular tables can probably sit like 10 to 12 people.
Okay, then we'll just take one of those
And there's
tables close
10
by.
in the room. So yeah.
So we'll take the table closest to the food.
Yeah.
To make it easy. And then look, so we've introduced ourselves. Now, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourselves a little bit.
You've introduced yourselves?
Yeah, when I came in, I said,
right, robot Rex.
Or this is the captain, Atetio Kumbo, the vice captain in the kitchen, Rexford, and
Taking
private.
notes. They don't listen.
Sorry, just nervous. This is our first day and all. Well, my name is Piraka. I'm a mother of 3.
My God.
I was a merchant with my husband in old Roan. But since coming here, I've decided to take up magic in a more educational way. I've been attending, classes at the academy, paying out of pocket, and well, it's been very interesting. But my time has come to serve in the militia, so I had to put that on hold.
It's nice to meet you, Baraka, and you'll be able to train some magic here as well.
It's good.
I'll just be taking
The-
notes.
The next person in whoever's next to her kind of thing is
Well, which one do you look at?
okay. So it's not like her and then like all of the others. It's like her and like
Yeah,
That's
you
a
guys are
lizard
kind of like
girl?
all mixed up.
that's the green scaled older woman, I believe.
Yes.
That was the lizard woman? Okay.
Yeah, lizard woman. I guess Albert is definitely going to be next to her, so
He's close enough.
turn to him.
Albert, I'm a gardener, or I was a gardener, and I work now for the Tranquil Grove, and I'm, I was a street sweeper basically. I just cleaned up the streets. Yeah, my number came up, right? So here I am. Kind of too old for this, honestly, but whatever.
Thank you. And I'll turn to, I guess, whoever's next to him, like the wolf boy.
Sure. If you turn to the wolf boy, he kind of like, my name's Grumbold. Just turned 18, and I'm signing up because I got kicked out of my house, and I keep getting in trouble. So figured it's this or exile. So here I am. Anyway, whatever.
All right, and finally,
My name's Welly. I'm, just trying to figure out my way, I guess. But my name was also called, so I guess it called me early. But I'm ready to help the city with whatever it needs. I don't remember much of Old Roan, but it sounded nice.
all right. Thank you all for that. And look, eat your fill, and we'll get started on some training afterwards.
All right, so you guys eat. Albert's like with a mouth full, like, what can we expect? From this training today.
Eat
Like-
first. We don't discuss over food. That is the first rule you will learn.
All right, no talking while eating. Understood.
You can talk, but do not discuss militia inner workings.
We try to separate work from rest. It's good to have a distinction between the two, to really put your mind at ease and your body at ease.
And the wolf boy goes, but are we going to kill ghouls and stuff?
It's a possibility. Not
should
for
hope
the
you
first training, definitely, but it might be a mission in your future. Depends on your ability and your dedication.
If you say so.
Was it Albert who said that, or
That was the wolf
Grumble.
boy that was talking about the grumble.
Grumble Wolf Boy?
Yeah. he wants some ghouls.
Grumble, what kind of trouble did you get into?
I stole a couple magic carpets and a broomstick. Vandalizing. I robbed a liquor store. Well, apothecary. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thievery and vandalism, but honest. Appreciate that. You are being honest, are you?
Yeah. I don't care.
Insight. Insight check, please.
Sure.
And
Just
so
in
you did this out
case.
of just pure boredom, or was there a reason to it?
I was just kind of pissed off. What's that insight, baby?
19.
Oh, he's lying about something. He's fucking lying. And you think he's like actually like he's projecting this hard shell, but this is like
Yeah, I was
this
like,
is just
she's
like a
trying so
troubled
hard.
kid who's like there's nothing wrong with him, you know, like he never hurt nobody. Like he probably didn't even do any of this shit. He's just putting up a face.
I'm gonna slam my fork on the desk.
Kind of
Just like maintain eye contact for a few seconds and then go back to eating.
All right. So we'll see your thievery skills in action then later on. See how dexterous you are.
just keeps like kind of like keeps eating.
And well, you say you're trying to figure your way. Does that mean that you don't have anything that you would like to do, or have no path in mind of where you'd like to go?
I don't know. I like animals.
Let's start.
She looks over at you, Brobot. I feel like your kitten.
Robot will like hold out Seraphine and be like, I've named her this I named it this morning. Its name is Seraphine. And he'll like very excitedly, he's like, here, please touch the cat.
She's like, thank you, wow. And she like kind of like will take the cat and like stroke gently. Seraphine.
Be careful. Sometimes she likes to run away. She comes back though. She comes back.
Yeah, as you say that, like the cat like just kind of like jumps, like it's pouncing on the floor and then flaps its wings a little bit so the wings carry him a little bit longer. And then he just kind of like rolls around underneath another table.
Fine. So it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. See, everything's fine.
Have you had a chance to peek at those orders, Kuma?
No, I figure I can't say no work at the table and then start doing work. So
All right.
I'll find a moment. Perhaps I'll try and finish up quickly. Take anyone's plate who's also finished, with the manila envelope and like nudge Ura with it so he knows like I'm about to go take it.
Oh wait, if there's like that weird, like, oh shit, we need to do something, like, Robot can definitely read that in the room. I think Robot will be like, Rexford, you should tell our cadets about that one story from when you and Kumbo were back and just like really get them going.
Oh,
Tell them a war story.
what a grand tale. Let me regale these young whippersnappers. Come. Like Albert's like fucking
Young.
not young.
Yeah, Robert's like, what the fuck are you saying?
Let me, and he'll like get up and he'll put his foot on the table, like and like lean forward. Let me tell you the time of a grand tale. Well, we should start at the beginning. I met these folks quite some time ago. You'll remember. And you guys like head to the back of the kitchen there.
Yes, fantastic, Rexford. Picking up plates and everything, and make sure everyone's done. Taking them to the kitchen.
Yeah, the three of you
Say,
bring the dishes to the kitchen with the manila envelope.
Yes. Quite the squad we got lumped with. I thought it'd be a whole crew of cadets. I should have known.
They are all cadets.
Yes, but only 4 of them. And most of them don't seem very enthused to be here.
I mean,
I don't want to be here.
Yes, that's true.
Are we going to train?
We're only 5, so
That's true. I think the whole plan is thrown out the window. I don't think we should subject them to laps in the pool. It doesn't seem like the right kind of motivation.
Let's see what the orders are.
Sure.
Open the folder. Read.
You open the folder and pull out a crystal-like vellum. It's like almost transparent, but it sheens blue, but it still moves like a piece of paper. But you couldn't rip it if you tried.
Yeah.
And on it projects the face of Vodos. Hello, you 3.
Oh, hello, live feed.
No, this is a pre-recorded message.
I hate when she does that.
I only have so many response options.
So she can respond. Okay. Go on, please.
If you don't mind letting us know the orders.
You might notice the squad I have presented you is down a member.
Okay. Are they with Venue?
Yes. The healing component of your crew is placed with your healer.
All right. Was there anything specific?
Or you would know that my usual training methods are quite practical. And I found, especially for you, that the camaraderie in your group, it's been, although it makes no sense, you shouldn't get along. Nothing should keep you connected. But what could it have been? Your shared experiences. And so, this year's new cadets, you will be accompanying them on their first mission, a rescue mission, to rescue their lost companion. And as motivation, you will be rescuing yours as well.
Oh.
Their lives in actual danger.
Well, that would be telling, wouldn't it?
Do we have any information to go on?
You are to meet us at these coordinates, and a map is projected, and you see they're asking you to meet them on the other side of the Great Lake, across the Great Lake, and kind of like near the border of where the blizzard would start, the one that surrounds New Roan.
All right.
The test will take up to a few days. And you will be tested on survival, your ability to use your own personal magics, your athletic and acrobatic prowess, and your ability to work together and use the skills that you have garnered, and perhaps pass those skills on to the next group.
Understood.
The other thing is, you will be pitted against a rival squad and their squad mentors.
So it's a
In what
race.
way?
Yes, of sorts. There are many ways you will be judged. We will be watching.
Are we to expect interference from the other squad? Or rather, is it allowed?
Yes, it is allowed. To be expected, to expect the unexpected.
All right. So, we to meet at these coordinates. Any other information that needs to be divulged?
You are to form the makeup of your mentee squad, and you are to equip them and prepare them for the coming trial.
Right. They came with their uniforms, but are we to go to the barracks and get them some basic weaponry? Or...
You are to equip the recruits and prepare them for what is for the trials to come, to the best of your ability.
All right. Thank you.
This message will self-destruct.
Is there a
Why is it
window?
always self-destruct?
20,
Is there a window?
19. Are you in the office or the kitchen?
Kitchen, I think.
Then there is a window.
Okay, I'm going to yeet it out the window.
Oh, well,
Yeah, the window blows up in the snow outside.
fine throw.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
Better
right.
than before, Bromont.
Well, I guess we get them in gear.
It seems like Rexford needs to open his coffers once again.
Maybe not. Let's see what they come with and go from there. They might have their own weaponry. We don't even know what they specialize in, really. Let's figure out a little bit more about our cadets before denting his coffers.
Agreed. Let us make haste.
I can cast that.
Oh, fantastic.
Come on. Hopefully he did not tell the embarrassing story of our past exploits.
We'll go out.
As you go back to the table, you realize that nobody can meet your eyes. That can meet your eyes.
Only Aditya Kumbos or all of us?
Only Aditya Kumbos.
And is Rexford having the time of his life?
Yes, he's laughing. You should try the pool. Newly heated.
Seems there's no time for that anymore, Rexford. Thank you. Everyone, eyes up.
Just around.
Everywhere but you.
That will do just fine. First, we must address... No, we will not do it here. We'll leave the kitchen. Let us go outside.
Well, maybe they should get into their gear first, while indoors.
They need
Can
to
they
be
show up in their
indoors to
gear?
put their gear on. They should not be coming with us.
You do
remember that
have
time.
till the following evening, by the way, until you're supposed to meet them at the edge.
Okay.
I don't know if I made that
Time
clear.
to strategize.
It's clear
Well,
now, baby.
Yeah, because was there like a benefit to getting there early? Like,
You don't know.
that's it. That's
Maybe there's more. You'll have more time to prepare.
yeah.
You
It might have been like a deadline. If we're not here by then, you fail. But if you get there early, you can start early.
Could be.
If it's a race,
You
we might
never
want to
know.
get there soon.
Let us go outdoors quickly. I want to see what they have on them first, what they need to be provided, and also what they can do.
All right. Time for a little field training.
Everyone,
Can you
quickly.
explain? Oh, okay.
Oh yes.
Not you, robot. Of course, you're part of this
No,
group.
Okay, I'm just gonna update Rexford from
Hmm?
and tell Rexford about everything that the self-destructing message told us.
Oh, well, not to worry. I'm sure you will figure it out. I trust you all.
You're coming with us, Rexford.
Of course, of course.
Sounds like he's going to sneak away again.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways,
I wouldn't sneak away. And honestly, I take offense to that.
We can deal with this
Ridiculous.
after, Rexford.
prove me wrong, then I shall apologize.
Also, what story did you tell them?
Oh, just the funny ones.
Put you with them. Everyone, okay. We'll start with you, young thief. What do you have on you?
Well, all right. He kind of like takes out his uniform from his rucksack. He's got like a few days' rations in there. He has a crowbar. He's got about 60 gold pieces. His uniform is just like basic armor, like chainmail, and he's got a short sword and a shield.
Everyone, make sure you're paying attention. Your party's items are just as important to know as your own. If something was to happen, it's good to know what everyone has on them in case of an emergency. I'm gonna like look at you, Ura, and give you like a little like wink smirk going off book here. I'm gonna rush him, try and knock him off balance, and then like hold him from falling.
So he doesn't actually fall. Yeah.
Yeah.
The kid?
The kid, the wolf kid.
Okay.
Well, he's 18. He's
Yeah, he's of age.
An adult.
Yeah, sure. Roll me, I guess, just like an attack, just to hit.
That is, what's my bonus? If we're just saying, we'll just say unarmed strike. 17.
All right, yeah, you absolutely hit him. Well, you absolutely are able to kind of like achieve what you're trying to achieve, or you run up and kind of like get up in his face really quick, and he stumbles back. You almost don't even have to push him, you know, because he kind of
Okay,
like
get up.
stumbles back. But you do connect with him, and just like enough to like grab him and pull him forward, and he's close to your face, and he's like, "What?"
You're suddenly come on by an enemy out of nowhere. What do you do? How do you defend yourself?
I don't know. And he's going to try and attack you, just with a punch. But he rolls a 7 in total.
Okay. Does the 7 seem more like I'm just so much stronger than him, or he just doesn't know how to throw a punch?
He doesn't know how to throw a punch. It looks like he kind of like hits you, and you kind of like ooh, like it doesn't really connect well, and it doesn't hurt you at all.
No, that will not do. Do you have any formal training?
No, I don't. Okay, I just fought other kids in the houses I was raised in, foster homes.
Very well.
Insight.
Well, you
You
kicked
will
out
be
of your
with me,
house?
Wolf Boy.
Sorry,
You
He's
will.
kicked out of his one house. All right, it's fine.
I think he said foster homes, plural.
Oh, a real baddie. But yeah, you will be with me. I will take responsibility of you.
You can roll insight,
Okay.
by the way, James. He doesn't look happy when you say that you're going to take responsibility for him.
14.
A 14, you think he's telling the truth about the foster home. He seems sincere.
Okay. But he has like fought.
Yeah.
All right.
Ura, if you don't mind, please inspect the cadet of your choice. I want to take a look at his weapons. Just take a look at the state it's in.
They're
The
brand
sharpness, stuff like that. Ooh.
they're brand new. They're green. They look like they're issued from the militia. They came with his uniform, basically.
Standard issue. Okay. So the rest of you, oh, you want me to pick one? Okay. Is that how we're gonna do it? One person each. All right. Albert, how do your things look?
Yeah. He pulls out plate mail, rations. He pulls out rope and torches. He pulls out pictures of a family and like a halberd, a long two-handed spear.
Is that your weapon of choice?
It looked like when they asked me to pick one out of the image, it looked like the one that would keep him far away while doing the most damage. So that's the one I picked.
Fair enough. Have you had any? Well, I know you said you were a gardener before, but have you had any training whatsoever?
Well, my first year in Roan Acaduil, I signed up for the challenge. Fucking stupid. Ended up in the hospital. The daggers buried in my back.
Brave of you to take on a challenge like that.
I was young. The only time since then that I've used a weapon was in the fall, trying to defend my family.
Good man. And a very beautiful family, it looks like. Kind of handing him back his photo.
Thank you.
I would recommend that you watch Captain Atetiokumbo's movements as closely as you can. He wields a similar weapon, and he is quite adept.
All right. Thanks. Yeah.
You should put on your gear for now.
Yeah, he starts to equip himself.
robot, would you like to take a personal approach with one of the two remaining?
I think before, I mean, yes, but I think before you even get a chance to ask Bro about that, he's gonna pull you aside and be like, are we gonna tell them the mission, or are we just not gonna tell them the mission? I feel like telling them the mission would be beneficial.
We will get to that.
Wasting time.
Everything in its place. We need to see what we're dealing with before we get them all riled up.
Okay. And he will, you left the kitchen, damn.
You hungry?
No.
it's not the cat.
No.
Oh.
So, he'll turn around from being with Kumbo, and he'll be like, well, what's her name? The lizard woman's name is Peroka? Peroka?
Peralta.
What?
Peralka.
Peralka. Oh, LKA.
Peralka.
You, madam, with 3 children, adept at magic, and then he's gonna pick up something from the ground. I don't know what. It's just some random, like, it could be a rock, it could be whatever. And I'm gonna cast catapult and just launch it into the sky. Somewhere, I don't know where. It's just he's just throwing it, and he's gonna make a show of the magic being cast.
Okay.
And yeah,
How
I mean,
show of the magic being cast.
he'll he's gonna make himself light up. He's gonna open up his arms so you can see, he's gonna show his gears off again, I guess. And
Robot.
Like all your like kind of like certain parts of you and in like the seams of you start to glow, and like your arm as you like prepare to catapult it, it kind of like the metal like compresses, exposing some gears and stuff like that, and you're able to like launch it.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just magic comes in many forms. What kind of magic did you study?
Oh, well, I've only just begun, but I was hoping to become a diviner.
I'm just saying I don't have any experience with that, but we can make use of it. Do you know any spells right off currently?
Only and yeah, not much yet.
How quick are you at reading?
Very quick.
I think I have a book or two for you.
Ooh, wonderful! I do. It's one of my favorite pastimes.
This is studying. We need to study. And then he's gonna walk over to her and he's be like, "Can I see what you have in your bag? I don't think you're carrying a sword and shield or plate armor."
No, she opens her bag and there is her personal spell book and like a small wand that's like her focus. There is a satchel basically of pouches. Not a satchel of pouches, but like maybe like a bandolier kind of
Bag
deal
of bags?
that has like a bunch of pouches for ingredients and stuff.
A utility belt.
Yeah, similar to like a Batman belt. And she's got like these like kind of like a coat and food and candles and things like that.
We're gonna commit these spells to memory, and we're gonna make it so you know when is best to use them. Plus, I think it's really important that you keep all of your components on your person, like this, and it's just gonna
Okay.
Again with the caves. Just a quick.
Yours are not my components. Leave me alone.
Albert has food as well, or
They
They
all
all
have rations.
okay.
dried meats and nuts and fruits and stuff like that. Typical military.
That would leave young Welly. Yes?
Yep, that's me.
Tell me, Welly, what have you brought here today?
I have my furs, and she's got like these kind of like what look like what we would say looks like kind of like seal, like that she's wearing, like seal fur. And she pretty much has like nothing else on her.
Shit.
Got like
Young-
the she has a uniform as well.
What has she practiced? What has she done?
Yes, what I know you said you're figuring your way out, but do you have a direction that you're heading in?
Oh, well,
Specialization?
she just like turns into a small bird and like floats away, and then turns into like a bear, and then turns back. She kind of like, yeah,
Yes.
that's what I can do.
That's
It is
pretty cool.
all well and good, but you should not use up your reserves simply to show off. You can use your words with us.
Oh, okay. My parents are druids.
Yes, I gathered that much.
And so basically from what you can gather is that like after spending time with them and kind of evaluating them in their own way. Well, you know what? Why don't you all just roll me an insight one time?
Someone has to roll twice for Welly, or
Yeah, or is Rex we're gonna?
Yeah, no. One of you can roll twice for Welly.
Who's rolling hot tonight?
I guess
think Shy.
I'm not.
You actually asked about Welly, so you roll this
Okay.
Okay. Insight, you're saying?
insight.
Rolled an 8, man.
Actually, we don't need to roll for Welly because she said she's a druid. So I'll just,
Sure.
Okay.
she is like a second. She's a second level druid.
She already used all of her spell slots? Oh my god.
All her wild shapes at least.
All their wild shapes.
I meant all of her charges.
But we have until the next morning technically, so
We should definitely.
Just make her go to sleep. Sleep!
we can walk there and then
Yeah.
take a rest there. So I got
You
20.
still have the airship, by the way,
That's part of the training. We gotta walk.
sitting in front.
Yeah, I agree.
Part of the training
I
is I
got
have
a
to
5.
experience portals.
5
Yeah.
for Grimbold. Okay. You think he's a rogue?
A rogue with a sword and shield.
You think he's like first level? Yeah, he's sneaky and he steals. You're not sure. Maybe he's like all of you guys are kind of like multi-class a little bit, but like maybe he's got something else in him. But you think he's a rogue.
Okay.
I rolled a not high. I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8.
Yeah.
It's pretty clear to you that Peralka is a wizard. She seems like she's like first level to you, like of that caliber.
I rolled 21.
Okay, and you're expecting
Albert.
Albert is clearly a fighter, and he is level 5 of like level fifth level ability. You think
Okay.
he's
Fighter guard.
now you this has made you think that maybe he was hiding something about his past.
Yeah. I'll have like looked at his movements, like seen how guess proficient he was at putting on the chainmail and everything, and essentially seeing that like this wasn't his first time putting on chain. Like I don't know, he had plate mail, wasn't it?
Plate mail.
Yeah, exactly.
Full plate.
So if he had full plate, then it was like, hey, like that's even more of a difficult piece of armor to put on. It's like seeing him, if he's at ease putting it on, I'm like, okay, well, he obviously
he's figured it out. He doesn't need any help, you know.
Yeah, something. I take note of that. I don't say anything, but I take note of it.
There you go.
Then when they're all ready,
Yeah, they are.
Can I just whisper or like lowly ask Robot if he can compile a list of what they have? Is that something that Burbot's functions allow for?
Done already.
He's on top of his game.
Wonderful.
Way ahead of you.
Then Ura, I can leave the instructions to you.
All right, Captain.
Nothing like a captain
Who delegates? All right. So, you all are missing a squad member.
I kind of look around, confused.
Squads in the militia are made of 5 individuals. As you can see, we are also missing a member. They have been taken to a cleric training mission. However, it has been brought to our attention that this was a ruse. The mission is to go retrieve them. And we are to go to these coordinates to start the mission. Now, we have until tomorrow evening to get there. However, I find it might be best to get there early and assess the field that we might be taking part in. It's also be noted that there shall be competition in this. Another squad and their mentors will also be attempting to retrieve their own squad members. Interference is possible and should be expected.
You see, like, Peralka will raise her hand.
Yes.
There must be some kind of mistake. We've not received any training whatsoever. We can't be going on a mission to rescue somebody.
It's a training mission. This has been set up by the higher-ups. And we will be there to help guide you as well. We wish to assess your capabilities and see how you function as a team. Now, I don't know if each of you have spoken of your abilities to one another or your skills.
Like, we all met this morning on the transport that took us here.
All right. Then there's no better time than the present.
Albert goes, how long is this going to take?
This is going to be a mission of a few days.
A few days. Holy shit.
Now that you're in the militia, this is going to be, well, either training or missions. It's going to be what your daily life is going to be.
I thought I'd just get a patrol job.
You might, but until then, you'd be trained for any type of job.
All right.
So, I see you all have rations, but it might be a good idea to take a little bit more as we are currently at the villa. Just in the off chance.
Yeah, they start, I guess, taking some bread and some bacon, I guess.
This can be eaten today, and your dried preserves and rations later. But it might be a good idea to start familiarizing yourselves with each other's skills and abilities. That way you know what you can expect and what should not expect from each other.
All right.
Now, it seems that you have a couple of magic users in your party and a couple closer range fighters. But that is something that we can discuss while we walk and head towards our destination.
Walk? Paraka says. The entire way? Those coordinates
No.
that said that she's like holding open her passport. She like pulls it out of like this little purse, the purse that she has. She's like, this looks like it's on the other side of the lake.
How long would it take, like, walking?
How big is the lake?
The lake is long. To get through the city, probably take you like 8 hours, maybe more.
We're gonna fly that baby for miles.
Well, just as you have your passport out, it might be an idea to register yourselves on your passports.
Oh, right.
But
Yeah.
you can locate each other
They all
when
start
that has the
their
possibility.
passports. Do we connect them with you as well?
If you don't mind, I'm going to take my own out.
Yeah. So anybody who wants to connect with them can connect with whoever they want, basically.
Yeah,
Up to you. You
connecting.
can write that down.
All right. Look, while it is possible to get other means of transportation, walking is always the most reliable. We may not be walking the whole way, but it is good to get some in. Because as we patrolmen have found out, it can be expensive to always take a mode of transportation.
What do you mean you guys aren't given one by the militia?
No, not always. Depends on the mission itself.
Albert is like, what do our tax money go to if they can't even equip you with? It's ridiculous.
Albert, come here.
He gets up and he walks over to you.
Are you going to have a problem?
Kind of like squints. I don't have a problem, but this isn't my choice.
Yes, but you are here. You're old enough to understand. You are part of this group now. You have responsibilities. And there is a pecking order. I do not want to hear you question everything that comes out of Ura's mouth.
Roll me either a persuasion or an intimidation.
You know it's intimidation.
All right.
With him, it's intimidation. With someone else, maybe not.
Flash and
What do you got against Albert?
This guy's too old to be acting this way.
Too old to be in the militia.
Oh,
He even
thank
said
God.
so. You rolled well.
Oh, yeah. Intimidation is +4, so 22.
Damn.
He goes, listen, I don't want any problems. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'm
Not
listening.
part of this. Go on. I apologize.
I'm part of the group. I'm part of the group.
Look, I know that this might not be all your first choice, and you might not all want to be here. But while here, I feel like it might be the best to take advantage of the situation. Learn what you can. Use it to your advantage. And once you've served your time, then it will be your choice to either continue or to take these skills and transfer them somewhere else. But until then, we shall try and teach you as much as we can, so that you'll be the most prepared you can be when you take to the field.
They'll nod and they're like, okay, that sounds good.
So, we'll start at least leaving the Tranquil Grove, because I don't think we have the. I mean, again, and as like I kind of like usher them away from the villa, I'll call my troop back. Be like, so are we actually going to walk
To
the
me, my X-Men.
wall? What's the play here? Do we actually go and take the airship? Or do we? What are we doing?
I don't think it's wise with this group to
I don't want to
coddle
give them the idea that they'll always have that kind of luxury available to them.
Mhm.
As you're
To
Sure.
discussing
learn as
this,
we do.
Robot is going to portal all of them toward the airship.
It's
And he's talking to Peroka the whole time. He's like, so this is important. As the intelligent person of the party, you need to think for the people who are in the front line taking a beating. Rexford does this frequently, and he'll like gesture, and he's just gonna start talking at the fact that she needs to be the brains of the operation and think of plans and stuff. As he's like, now step through this portal.
She's like listening intently. She's taking notes. She steps through the portal very willingly.
Robot doesn't know any better. He thinks we're flying.
Robot, minute. If you don't mind, quick sidebar.
I'll whip around. Yeah. What's wrong? I'm teaching. We're teaching right now.
Yes,
We're
you're doing
preparing.
fantastic. But Captain wants to work with you.
I'll be right back. Make sure you jot this down, and then he'll like walk off. Yeah, but you guys are very quiet with your mentees.
We have our ways, but we have to be on the same page. We want them to have to walk there. We need them to put in the work. We cannot
Walk.
have them start off lazy, sitting in the lap of luxury. We had to. Well, Rexford had to pay for this. This is not an accommodation from the militia, so it should not be extended to them.
We're going to tire out our trainees before we get them there in a competition where we need to save venue.
We will
Early?
arrive
When do
almost
they
the whole
sleep?
day early. They will sleep there. Just as we have slept many times along the way of our adventures. This is normal.
You gotta tell Rexford.
I was thinking you could do that.
Robot's gonna portal away.
Yeah, it just opens a portal. He just appears like.
Do you green portal or do you?
No, he's portaling back to Peroka, and he's like, I apologize. I'm just trying to get used to the portal system. We need to go this way, but you see how easy it is, and and he just pushes her through and walks through.
Rexford.
What is it, Dora? We'll be walking.
We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be walking. We'll be
No. No. No, no, no,
Look.
no, no.
The only reason why we have any sort of convenience is due to your grace. I believe we can all agree on that.
Right, well, I suppose I'll be meeting you there. For since I have paid for this airship, I will use the airship.
Right.
And it seems, like recently, I'm the only one who hasn't been using the airship. So perhaps it is me who will drive the airship that I have paid for. Can't
Just
get
saying, we are trying to set an example for them.
I must say I do agree with Robot to tire out our recruits when our futures hedge on their success.
Hold on a second. I want to see if I have anything for this.
I'm just saying that this airship is a rather new acquisition. When we were recruits several years ago, we didn't do any of this. We didn't have an airship to ferry us about.
Oh, pish posh. If we did, we would have been better off.
If an
What
8-hour
does the
journey
captain think?
tires them out, then
Captain,
they will be of no help at all. This will be their first test if they can survive walking for 8 hours.
yes, perhaps they can, but can I? And more
Ura,
importantly, I don't want to.
I'm thinking perhaps
Oh,
fair is fair for our friend here. I
it's
don't think it would look good on us to have a complaining cat follow us for 8 hours. More than it would to let him go on his own.
Don't speak of the kitten like that. Bro will hear you.
What?
No,
Fair is fair, and I fairly earned that gold, and I fairly spent it on the use of this airship, and I think
didn't
it's only
actually
fair.
buy the airship. You rented it.
The use, I said.
This is still the test
The
drive.
intimidation factor. Think of the flair.
This is the test drive that's lasted for 3
It
days
says in
now.
the manila envelope, as I was informed, that there would be other rival groups. What about them? What are they going to think when we
We're gonna
show
look
up
ramshackled.
puffing and puffing and blowing our own houses down?
I don't think they have airships.
Exactly my point, dear boy. Exactly my point.
But they shouldn't. It is a luxury that they will not be able to expect at any other time.
Oh, Captain, my Captain, at the end of the day, though the villa is mine, the decision is yours.
We are walking. You may take the airship. I cannot have that much control over you. You have paid for it. It is the luxury that you have been afforded. But you will get there on your own as a citizen, not as one of us.
No, no, no. I'll join you on this stroll.
Very good. Fair is fair.
Fair.
Look, all the more opportunity to share your incredible tales with them.
Oh, God.
But at what cost? My comfort.
Yes,
Ura, do you have extra furs? I know Rexford doesn't. He is the extra furs. But they seem to be inequipped for travel in the
He's
cold.
got this pristine, like, three-piece pinstripe, looking real good hair, pushed back,
not slick.
not slick, pushed.
People can change. People can change.
I have a few. Nothing as
That was
pristine as that, but they're functional.
other than the slight lack of rations, I think they are well equipped enough.
I have rations.
Yeah, but they had like enough, so we wanted them to have a little bit more. So that was the only point of like, get this. But
Do they have
they
sleeping
seem to have
stuff?
weapons.
Bedrolls and like a tent potentially?
No tents, no
No tent, no bedroll. They have
Okay.
torches, they have wood, they have
Like
rope.
I don't remember hearing a tent or a bedroll. Those we can acquire as we go through the grove towards.
They also have like Albert has like a tinder box and like or like matches or something like that and stuff like that. Normal.
Yeah, because he had torches, so you hope
but
he'd have
they
torches
are
for
missing. They are missing. Like they don't have tents. They don't have bedrolls.
So they all had gold though, because I remember Grumble had 60.
Only Grumble had gold.
Sorry. Grimbold had gold. Peralka had 10 gold. Grimbold had 60 gold, and Albert has 40 gold pieces.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, he has nothing.
Well, had nothing. Okay.
I can use my collection of gold to help pay.
Yeah, I feel like we can pick up at least bedrolls and tents for them as we go through. Do I know? Are there barracks in the Tranquil Grove?
There
some
would
sort
be
of like base for the militia.
There would be a barracks, yeah.
Do they have old bedrolls and tents that are kind of like there?
Probably not.
Okay.
They might have new ones.
But like what I'm saying is like, are they there for new recruits?
No.
Or that's what I thought.
No, they wouldn't have that.
I was looking for more for like for like people who have like tossed their old ones.
No,
they got new ones.
They're more. They have like just enough to keep it stocked for the people who are assigned to that garrison.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I think we should at least pick that up. If they can take my extra furs, I don't mind.
Very good.
Then they have torches. They have flint and steel. They have some rope. Always useful. Maybe we should get some towels. Towels are always useful.
Towels.
Towels
are very important.
Good for keeping you warm. Good for doing many things.
Towels it is.
All right, as you guys prepare and take stock of what you have and prepare to head out into the rest of the city and leave the Tranquil Grove, we'll end it right there. So you guys have met your mentee squad.
All right, cool.
Peralka, Albert, Grimbold, and Welly. Not what you were expecting, I think. You were expecting
much better. Yeah.
But that's not really how it works in Roan. It's kind of more of a lottery system that pulls you out, and then you've got to be doing 2 years. Doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter where you are in your life. You're shunted into military for 2 years. And
There's no cutoff?
Sorry?
There's no cutoff at all?
No.
Oh shit.
There's no cutoff. Like there's cutoff is dependent on your physical ability. Like and your
it's like a 12-year-old wouldn't be like
exactly physically capable
drafted or like an 80-year-old or something.
And also the reason there's no cutoff is because of life expectancy is different and like maturity is different between all of these like
species.
So they don't cut it off that way. You're like selected, you get evaluated mentally, physically, spiritually, and then you are sent out for training, supposed to, and then you get assigned.
Gotcha. Okay.
It seems that Vodos is trying to like. You guys were formed differently than in recent years. You were formed basically like trial by fire of living through the trauma of the collapse together, and they kind of like kept those groups together because it seemed to keep people motivated. But then after the new groups who've been made since the Cataclysm kind of they've kind of ended up just being like security guards. You know, they don't have the same kind of like camaraderie, the same drive. They're just people working together. And so Vodo seems to be trying to like
recreate.
Yeah. Make it in a vacuum. Something.
All right. Yeah, I think we definitely need to give them the basics at least. As long as they have all the basics, they should be okay.
Yeah. Well, as it's 10:01, thank you so much, everybody, for playing. Thank you for watching. You can find us on all the social medias. You can find us here on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7:30 to 10. Next week is it supposed to be chittering next week, or is it
supposed to be?
Okay. Or it's very potentially more Dimension House, which I've been enjoying very much. And it'll be another week with at least Peter down for me and Peter and Diana down for the Tuesday sessions. But I hope they're watching. I hope they get to watch, and I hope they're having a good time. And I hope everybody also had a good time. And you have a great night, because right now you're trash. Okay? But tomorrow, who knows?
Who knows?
Good night.
Bye.
Count.
Hexagon.